next game, and we could go through them. Which ones do you want to take your time on and really get in? Because we got Eagles, Packers, we got Commanders, Bucks, and we got Vikings, Rams.
I'll definitely want to take my time on Eagles Packers a little bit.
All right, so that's next up, and then we could blow through the next two.
Yeah.
Packers, Eagles, man. Why are you rooting for the Packers, and why do you hate the Eagles? Oh, that's me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. That's me. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Well, I'll tell you this, Herbie. If there is only one team in the playoffs who there is no result that will surprise me, it's the Packers. The Packers are the one team that could get blown out in this game, or they could win. They could win a Super Bowl, Herbie. Their variance for me can be anything. They're the only team that wouldn't shock me with any result. That's how I feel about them. Now, before I get into the Packers, Herbie, I'm going to talk about the Eagles a little bit.
Go for it, man.
You're much love Eagles. So the Eagles won 12 out of their last 14 games, bro. They were the hottest team in football prior to Jalen Hurts getting out. They are 10-0, Herbie, in their last full games with Jalen Hurts. Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, you give me a headache with just saying this shit. All right,
Herbie.
bro.
But look. I say all that to say this. Let me just get to the point, right? The biggest reason why the Eagles were as good as they were, Herbie. The Eagles were last in pass attempts, but they were first in rushing attempts. Saquon Barkley, Herbie, 2,005 yards, 5.8 yards, almost 6 yards per carry, 13 touchdowns on 345 carries, which led the league. This man had 12, Herbie. He had 12 100-yard games, including seven games over 140 in a 255-yard game.
Crazy.
Saquon going to the Eagles saved their season because remember, and listen, Eagles fans, for the Eagles fans who are going to watch this, obviously we don't know y'all team like y'all do, but we obviously always looking from the outside looking in. And from the outside looking in, there was a lot of beef. Like the niggas was beefing with the coach.
Man, ain't no outside looking in, man. Them boys was beefing. Listen, you got AJ Brown, and I'm paraphrasing. I am not a lip readerologist. I don't have a degree or PhD in reading lips, but this is what I think AJ Brown was saying, and I'm using my own skill, right? I think AJ Brown was saying this to Devontae Smith on the sideline. Hey, that nigga trash, bruh. That nigga number one, he trash. He's number one in being ass. That nigga garbage, bruh. He can't get me the ball, bruh. Hey, that man, who he throwing to, bruh? His mama in the sideline, bruh? I could be wrong. That's what it felt like he was saying. I think he also said, hey, bruh, he missed me again. I'm going to his shit, bro. You trying to get in on that? I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. I'm not.
Hey, listen. There was a couple of times I seen him and Devontae cracking knuckles, bro. They were cracking knuckles. You know what I mean? They were looking like, you know what, bro? Should we wait until we get to the locker room or parking lot?
Okay, so we got a Packer fan in the building right now, man. My homie Joe is a diehard Packers fan, man. So, Rod, what are the keys of victory? What are the ways of victory that you think the Packers can take this and get it done and get these fucking Eagles the fuck out of here? I'm sorry, bro. I'm trying to be objective here.
Well, here's the thing, Herbie. This is part of what makes this matchup interesting. Even though the Eagles' offensive line has been basically the best offensive line in football outside of Detroit, probably, the Green Bay rush defense this season, Herbie, against running backs, 4.1 yards per carry, which was fifth in the league. So against quarterbacks, it was 3.5. So the Green Bay Packers actually do pretty decent against the run, according to the stats. Their pass defense, on the other hand, not so much. But you don't got to worry about the passing offense with the Eagles, right? And when I look at the Packers as a whole, Herbie, my key player for them, right, Jordan Love. And he's the only quarterback. He's the only quarterback I chose out of all the key players, and I'll tell you why. I'll give you his brief summary of stats: 3,300 yards, 3,389 yards, 25 touchdowns, 11 picks, a 69.2 QBR, which ranked fifth in the league. This is the most interesting stat about Jordan Love, Herbie, to me. He had zero, and I know his last start, he got hurt and he left early. So if you want to say last six, is fine. 0 interceptions in his last 7 starts, Herbie. He had 8 straight starts with at least 1 pick to start the season. So, Herbie, this season for Jordan Love has been a tale of two has literally been a tale of two halves. He was a supreme gunslinger to start the year, and as the season went on, he became a far more effective, efficient game manager. Right? What are we gonna get, Herbie? Who are we gonna get? Like at the end of the day, Herbie, I think in a game like this against a team like the Eagles, I think Jordan Love is gonna have to elevate. Christian Watson's hurt, so obviously they have other weapons. You know what I'm saying? They have I want to say is it Romeo Dobbs? They got their quartet of guys, right? But at the end of the day, Herbie, in the NFC, who is really the premier supreme quarterback in the NFC, Herbie? Like he has an opportunity to claim that spot. Like Jordan Love is a guy who, by the end of this postseason, Herbie, we could look at him as a guy going down, or we could look at him as like, oh, maybe he's more towards, maybe he's closer to the Burrow, the that class of guys. I'm not saying he is, Herbie, because we don't. To me, when I see him this season, Herbie, he was a good quarterback. He was actually really good at times. You know, I'm not gonna say he can't be great. He has shown flashes of really good play, of great talent. And then we're gonna need to see that in this game, bro. They're gonna rely, because listen, the Eagles defense is nothing to play with, dog.
Nah, for sure. And this is the most annoying thing about the Eagles, because the Eagles are a reminder to every team in the NFL that two things: your GMs suck, and you do not have to tank to become dominant. Like you don't have, you just have to have a Howie Roseman. You just have to have people upstairs who truly know what the fuck they're doing. Think about, like, it's like they don't have a fucking salary cap. It's like the NFL has a salary cap, and then the Eagles got whatever the fuck they got. Think about this. The Eagles have Jalen Carter, Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, a bunch of dudes from Georgia, Nakobe Dean, all of these guys on their rookie contracts. Like, and then
That's
you got
drafted, bro. That's
you got
drafted,
Lane
bro.
Johnson. Lane Johnson is arguably one of the 10 or 5 greatest right tackles of all time. They got him. They had a multi-all-pro and arguably the greatest center of all time who just retired last year.
Jason Kelce.
The worst player on their team was the best player in the Super Bowl 2 seasons ago. I can't stand this shit, man. How do you let them get A.J. Brown? How do you let them get Devontae Smith? How the fuck do you let them get Saquon Barkley? And the irony of all of that is a team that has that much talent, a team that has that many ways that they could beat you. They could play zone, they could play man, they could blitz, they could cover. Doesn't matter. We still don't fully trust them. Why? Because that nigga that A.J. Brown wants to fight is still their quarterback, dog. Come on, man. Packers taking it, man. Let's go, Packers. Let's go.
Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go.
Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go, man. All right, so guys, we're going to blitz through the last 2 games, and then I don't know if anybody wants to stick around. Me and Rod are going to have our, stab at this whole FS1 situation and the scandal, you feel me? And so anybody who wants to stick around for that, please stick around. We want to have multiple inputs. We want a bunch of comments. We want to react to what everybody's saying and give you guys the opportunity to get your voices for that situation as well, man. So next